All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Holiday Mind Body Challenge. My name is Sandy McClure, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm the one that's posting like crazy in the group, but I'm going to have a lot of team members helping me. And I will tell you what, guys, I have been in the weight loss, weight management, healthy lifestyle space for over 12 years. And actually, if you were one of my students, I know several of you are on who were my students when I was a teacher, we always talked about this. I was the health teacher, I was a coach, and we just really were all about being physically fit and strong and all the things. And in all of my life, I'm 60 years old now, I have never seen anything quite like what I am experiencing and have experienced for the past 8 weeks. Some of you are into this, and if you are, go ahead and comment that you've started. But I'll tell you what, LifeVantage is comprised of, most of the consultants in LifeVantage are wellness professionals. And I say that because I think there's a difference. That there's wellness professionals and there's illness professionals. And so we have a lot of people who are just really, who are very, very good, highly intelligent people, and they are blown away by these products. And so for the past 8 weeks, I've been talking with them. We've been having interviews. And what we're finding, you guys, is this is against everything I've ever taught. I will tell you that I've always taught, you need to really change your lifestyle. You need to work really hard. And I don't want to discount that, because I think that it's important that we're doing all the good things for our bodies. Those pillar of wellness are very important. But a lot of people just felt that was so hard, because a lot of people don't try to make changes until they're in a place where they're just, it's overwhelming, or they've tried everything. And if you've been one of those people that tried everything, drop a 1 in the chat and say, I've done it all. And I just can't. I'm 60, you guys. And I tell you, I did 75 hard last 2 years ago, and I did all the things. And it was a big difference. I lost 30 pounds and I trimmed down and I was physically fit and everything, but that was hard. What I'm finding with this GLP-1 hormone that we all are born with. God has given us that hormone. We are all born with that. When we activate that, because over time it just it's like a light bulb. You're born with it, it's bright, but over time it dims. And then for some people, especially for people who are really overweight, they don't even have their GLP-1 working at all. So what we're doing is we are taking these products to make GLP-1 again. That's our activation company. We take products to make things. And so this actually, your body begins to make the GLP-1. There's a lot of science behind it. I could go into that, but that's not why we're here tonight. We have several calls and things that you guys can listen to. If you're more interested in that, reach out to the person who brought you here, and they can get you some of that information, and I can too. But what we are finding out is this GLP-1 hormone is really, really smart. I thought I was smart and I knew all the things, but I was doing it the hard way. And the GLP-1 hormone, when it's activated, comes in and says, I'm going to show you how to get rid of those pockets of frustration. I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to help you get rid of that back fat, that fat around your knees, that belly fat, that just stubborn fat. And it doesn't matter if you are tall, short, skinny, fluffy, man, woman, it does not matter. What we have seen in the trial that I did with 55 people, we all had positive results. The only side effects were all good side effects, you guys. And so that is something that you need to understand about this. It is food-based. It's not going to interfere with, there's no medication that's going to interfere with this. You've got to get your mind away from pharmaceutical drugs, okay? And this is not pharmaceutical. It's not anything, what I want to say, it's all real stuff, okay, from God's garden, God's pharmacy. And so this was meant to go into our bodies, nothing artificial. And so when you take this, it's just like consuming food. All right. So I want you to ask yourself, would you eat food? When you say, well, I wonder if I can do this, would you eat food? All you have to do is take a look on the bottle and the ingredients. And if there's an ingredient that you're allergic to, that would be the only real reason why you couldn't take it. And I've even had people ask me about nursing moms and pregnant moms and all these things. And I'm not going to tell you what to do. And I'm always going to tell you, make sure you contact your healthcare provider, always. And we are not here to claim to cure, treat, mitigate anything, but all of these ingredients are pretty safe. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I've had people ask about their children, and I said, well, I've seen your child drink Mountain Dew, so I don't know. What do you think? I'm not even kidding on that. Okay, so that's how safe this is, how effective this is, and you guys, I don't think the price point could be any better. Absolutely insane when they announced the price point. I thought this is something everyone can do. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. For me, I've been fully activated for 5 years. And so I do have a lot of experience in my own journey. I'm a cancer survivor. I had breast implant illness. I was not in a good place when I was introduced to LifeVantage, and I didn't have any idea I could feel as good as I do now. And I really didn't think I could feel any better. And then I got on GLP-1 and I'm like, really? And I do know that this is not going to be the last activator that LifeVantage comes up with. And so I do just want you guys, what encourages me about LifeVantage is, while we are super excited about this GLP-1 and what it's doing for people and how it's going to change the world, what we've already had for the last 15 years is so important too. Okay. And I know this won't be the last activator. They are so forward thinking. And so everything that you probably now, if you look at your phone after this call, you're going to see GLP-1 pop up and you're going to see a lot of things, but I want you to know they're not all the same. Okay. And this is the only proven GLP-1 product that activates your body to make its own GLP-1. Okay. So if there are other companies out there saying they activate GLP-1, they're not showing the proof of that. And our product is patent pending. And I'm not here to knock any other product, but I'm saying if we've got all this right here, why would you look any further? And absolutely so safe. And so you're going to understand that once you get it in your body. And I'm super excited. I'm very passionate about it for what it's done for me, my family. We have a million stories of activation helping so many people. So you're in a good place if this is your first experience. What I wanted to let you know is, I know there are a lot of you who haven't gotten your product yet. The launch was of epic proportions, totally unexpected. You know, not for me. I knew it was going to be this way, but they're not in the weight loss space. So they're a little bit surprised, but they have a lot of product. It is projected to run out before they get the new shipment. If you do not know that, it is projected to run out. So I have encouraged you guys in several different posts and videos, if you have the means to, you should swing it to get 30 or 60-day supply. If you've got your 30-day supply, you might want to get another supply 60 days. So you have 60 days, and then make sure that you're on subscription, because once that next phase of product comes in, and if it's on back order, they are going to prioritize the subscriptions. So people who are on subscription will get their products first. And that's really important for you to know. Okay. If you don't want to do that and you want to take your chances, I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money, but I have a feeling that once you get this in your body, you're not going to want to take a break from it. And we can answer that question later. Don't let me forget to answer that question later about how long you need to be on it. But I don't want you to say, oh, I wish I would have known, or man, I wish I would have ordered, because here's the reason I can't tell you how much is left. I don't even know. We are a publicly traded company, and they cannot, because of insider trading, they can't divulge how much they've sold or how much is left in this. They can't tell us that. It's crazy when you're publicly traded how you need to do it. So I don't know how much. I have to be honest with you. I wake up every morning going, oh my gosh, it's still there. I'm so happy. But I just don't know if that's going to happen tomorrow. And maybe it won't sell out. But when the company's putting out a notice, when we sell out, this is going to be what happens. It's going to go in back order. You might want to take heed. Okay. So I'm going to get that out of the way and just tell you, reach out to the person who brought you here or whatever. Make sure that you get that subscription. And guys, when that subscription comes through, they probably will charge you. Ashley, I will ask, if you did the subscription and order a second month, will we get the subscription price? Yes, you will always get subscription price when you've got it on your subscription, always. And you want to choose subscription price every time, you guys. Don't, if you choose retail price or one-time order, that just means you like to spend money you don't need to spend. I'm just telling you, there's no reason to be afraid of it. So you purchase that one. Here's the thing. If you purchase your 30-day supply now and you have a subscription on November 5th, if it's sold out, it's going to go on back order, and that may not come till December, just so you know. Okay. But once that subscription goes through, once they see you on that subscription, they'll probably charge you to make sure that you hold your spot. So just be aware of that. If there's any more questions about that, we can talk about it after. I want to go ahead and be mindful of your time. Okay, but if you're starting late, it's okay. You're in the group, you've got your ping pong ball. That is to help Sandy because I don't want to write these names down every time I do a drawing. It's fun to do, and that just helps me. You are in the drawings up to, even if you have to start late. If you started last week and you want to say, okay, when we do drop a pumpkin in a week, can I take my starting date? Because I've got Taylor who started last week. She's lost 7 pounds in less than a week. And so she says, I want to make sure that I get my drop my pumpkin. I'll talk to you about that. So whenever you want to start, but here's the thing, you guys, we're going to do an accumulation of how many pounds and inches total in 60 days this whole group has had. Isn't that going to be so fun? So I want you to make sure that you are documenting. It's going to be amazing at what it's going to be. And I'm not a big scale person. Most of you know that about me. But I'm telling you what excites me. I can't lie. When I get on a scale and I think, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe I dropped 9 pounds in the first 2 weeks I was on this. Okay. It's leveled out since then, but I was like, I didn't even know I had 9 pounds to lose. I certainly did. Okay. So what you want to do in the group, my cousin has done a fabulous job. Please applaud Beth Reichert. She has done a beautiful job of putting together the beautiful display. And then she put this awesome checklist together, and I know it took her forever. So I want you guys to print this off, because if you win a prize, I might say, okay, in order to get your prize, I have to see your tracker. You better have it printed off, okay? Why do I do that? Not so that you can lose or anything, but it's really good to be held accountable, to do the small things that are a little bit inconvenient, because it keeps your mind strong. And this is Mind Body. Remember the title of it? I think they picked a great name for it, Mind Body, because it is so much for your dialed in mind. You're not going to believe how good you feel. I'm not going to be the whole spoiler. But anyway, Beth has done a great job on a countdown. She started with 60. You check those things off. Notice that the photo is just once every week and not every single day. If you want to take pictures every day, you can. A lot of people hate that. But you guys take the pictures. You're not going to probably love them. Some of you may not care, but some of you may not love them. But you guys, once you get into this, you're going to say, I wish I would have taken a picture. Trust me, you will wish that. And those can be for your eyes only. You don't have to share those, but you're going to feel so good about how far you've come in such a short amount of time. And even a year from now, guys, we'll still be talking about where we started and why we're so happy that we did that. Because again, this isn't just one of those things where, once you activate that GLP-1, if that's been your issue all along, if you get that thing activated and working well, you're going to have to worry about that stuff creeping back in unless you just trash your body. And we're not going to do that. Okay. So you print that tracker, you make sure that you hang it somewhere where you can do it every day. And then you're also going to print out this, because we want to make sure that you know your measurements. Now, I know a lot of people are doing the Renfro scale and the measure thing and the Me 360 and all of that. There's lots of fancy gadgets out there. I'm a little bit old school. I got like a measuring tape and a scale. Okay, that'll work plenty great for you. And then, your iPhone, or just have people take pictures of you. And I'm going to get to that in just a minute. But I want you to write those down physically on this chart. Okay, even though you have them on an app, I'd love for you to do that. And you're going to need 2 of these, because this is a 4-week page. So we want to just keep track. And on this, you guys, I really want you to document, journal how you're feeling. Like at the end of the first week, what did you notice? I did that at first. And once I use it, I'll never go back. You don't know me that well. So anyway, you guys, I want you to document, because that first couple of days, I kind of had some cramps in my legs. I wasn't being hydrated enough. And then I saw where a couple of other people did. So we all have different things happen. But one thing that you might be surprised that other people may notice things about you that you don't even know. Like you're happier. Like you don't get so worked up. You have more energy. When mama's happy, everybody's happy at home, right? Or, if mom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. We know that. So this can change the whole dynamic of a family. So we want to measure that. Also is a good thing for you to do is, I had somebody talked about having a chili dog last night and they had the farts, and I'm just going to say it. I mean, you know what? I would have that if I ate a chili dog, no matter. Okay. Coffee gives some people makes them poop, so just know your body that way. I'm not just being honest, you guys, that's the way it is. So if you do that and you have a bad day, look back. What did my diet look like that day? What did I do different that made me feel off? Okay. Our bodies are so smart. When we start paying attention to them, we can regulate what we do. We need to treat them well because they take good care of us. Okay. So all of that's being said in the group, you guys, the whole reason I'm doing this call tonight is so that I don't have to answer the same questions over and over and over again. Okay. Because I know it may not seem like much to you, and I don't mind you asking, but when I got 80 people asking me the same question all day long, that takes a lot of my time. So I really want you to know that in the group, if you go to the search bar and you search how to take product, or what, maybe search fat burn, then all that information is going to come up, and let's do our homework first before we reach out and ask somebody, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't mind telling you, but I think that if we do that, that just makes us better. I know that you're in a hurry and you don't have time sometimes, but I also have 80 people asking me things, and I want to just make sure that we're making the best use of all of our time. Okay. On the featured posts, if you go to the group, the features posts, those have really, really good information and things that I think are super important. So remember that, write that down, featured posts, go to those first, try to be resourceful and get your question answered by yourself by looking. Okay, notifications, another thing in the group, you guys, if you go up to the top and click on your group settings and go to notifications and turn them all on, then you're not going to miss anything. You can always scroll by stuff, but then you're not missing important things like a drawing for $100 or something like that Sandy's going to do. You don't miss it, because I always have people, oh, I didn't know about this, I didn't see it. Well, you know what, it was there. So I know not over 200 of you in here, so it's going to be hard for me to keep track of everybody, and we do have 47 people on the call. That's awesome. Okay. So again, please search. We're going to have a Q&A post on the featured deal. It's going to say question and answers, and it's just going to be a whole thread, and hopefully we can make that work to where people will go there first before asking as well. So that's something we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to type this in here and to the group. You guys, I have borrowed from some really amazing leaders in this company, that I have borrowed this, what they did for their group, One Person Big Difference. And it has everything you need to know once you get your product. Okay. How to take pictures, all of the things. We want to make sure that we're taking our pictures with an uncluttered background, good lighting. Make sure that you wear really tight clothing to begin with. Okay. And make sure that you take your picture at the same time of day, in the same place, with the camera at the same distance, from the same angle, everything, so that we don't, and when you put your leggings on, okay, let's just say you have leggings on and they're up, like they're down here one time and then way up here. That's not accurate. Let's not try to fake anything. So make sure that your clothes fit the same way each time. Don't pull them up over your belly and say, ooh, I really trimmed down. Well, that's what leggings do. Okay, so let's just be honest. There's no reason we don't have to exaggerate anything. When we do the drop a pumpkin, I want you to be honest. I didn't lose any weight, or I lost 2 pounds, not 10 pounds, just saying, oh, I want to, because I'm not going to say whoever lost the most weight wins. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to put everybody's pumpkin in a hat and I'm going to draw, because I'm not about that. Some people have more weight to lose, more inches. Okay. I know you said not to wear black, but my black boxer short. Oh, I didn't say don't wear black. I think your background needs to be light. I don't care what color of clothes you wear. It's the background that should be white or light colored, so that you can see all of the bulges and everything. Okay. So yeah. So there's a lot of people that wear black, and that's totally okay. I just think that you guys need to make sure that you're wearing really tight clothing, because you'll just blow your mind how quickly those clothes start to get loose. And that's what people are going to be able to see. So if you're going to want to, like, I'm telling you what, if you want to help pay for your products, you guys, people are going to ask you, what are you doing and how do I get it? You need to be able to answer that question, and you'll be able to help pay for your products. People are going to want to know, trust me, and we're here to help you with that. Okay, so that is the link that I want you to click on. You guys, everybody click that and write that down. It's in the group as well, but there's so much good information in there. And so make sure that you have that. Now, what is comprised of the 60-day challenge, guys, on this checklist? Okay, there's no check-in. I am not going to check in over 200 people every night. So this is just on the honor system. Again, this is you holding you accountable. Whether you do it or not, that's up to you. Let your conscience be your guide, right? So 2 15-minute workouts minimum. That's what I'm saying. One early in the day and one later in the day. And there's really good research behind getting your body moving twice. Now, it always starts off with 15 minutes and then, oh, the link says that. Okay, well, I don't think, maybe I typed it in wrong, but it's in the group. Okay, it's in the group. So I see that I'd say it's giving you an error, guys. So it's in the group. And if not, I'll get it figured out. But anyway, so 15-minute workouts, 2 of them minimum. Okay, and that's daily. It's snowing and raining here. I still have to get 2 workouts in, and I like getting 1 outside. So try to force yourself to get outdoors and make it, make it a little bit difficult. It's called a challenge for a reason. Okay, we all have differences. I just say, if it's going to be hard for you to sneak it in during the day, the best time to do it is 5 o'clock in the morning when nobody's bothering you. Who calls you at 5 in the morning? Okay, in my business, people do. But anyway, make it to where you can get it in and make it a priority. All right. Then strictly reduce or eliminate processed food. So I'm not going to tell you what to eat. This is just going to be one of those things. I think that if we can just say, we're going to try to eat from God's garden. We're going to try not to eat processed food, no fast food, things like that. We're meal prep and be ahead of ourselves in your kitchen. Get rid of all the junk. Okay. So that you're not tempted to eat junk. If it's not there, okay, there you go, Leah. Thank you. If it's not there, then you're not going to eat it. If there's stuff that you shouldn't have in your house you feel like it's going to tempt you, don't eat it. But if you eat it, just eat it in moderation and don't like ice cream. If you're going to have ice cream, just don't eat the whole bucket, which you probably won't want to anyway. Okay. But I'm telling you, there is so much to processed foods. And if they're not good and make you feel good, you shouldn't be giving to your children or your family either, just so you know. So if everybody's eating healthy, the mood around the house is going to be a lot better. I know Halloween's coming up. Let them keep a few pieces of that candy and then get rid of the rest. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but it really makes a difference on behavior, even for adults. Okay. On this, I always just say limit or eliminate alcohol. I don't know why we put that on there. I guess when I did 75 hard, just because I think that, I don't know, it's just something, if you like to do it and it's really not good for you. We listened to that in a sermon today at church is, we're all adults. And I remember when I was a kid, my sister and I said, when we grow up and be adults, we're going to eat all the potato chips we want and drink all the pop, because that was something we didn't really get. But when I was an adult, I'm going to do all that. Just because I can do it doesn't mean I should. And so this is kind of the mindset that you have. Let's not overindulge. You want to have a glass of wine, have a glass of wine. If you want to drink a 12-pack of beer, I don't care. But I think that if you try to limit that, you're going to feel better. Your body is going to operate better. So you be the judge of that. But that's something that we just want you to be mindful, because there's really no nutritional value in alcohol. Okay. There's really no nutritional value in candy. There's no really nutritional value in anything that's got sugar or processed in it. Not a lot of nutritional value. So just think of yourself that way. If you're going to be eating less because you're not as hungry, let's make sure that we're putting the good fuel in first. If you're tempted to eat something that's not very good for you, put the good fuel in first. And then if you still want it, then have that last. Okay. And then just go back. I'm not trying to force you to do anything, but I'm just saying, be mindful of your choices. Chew your food slowly, really savor it. You're going to realize that food now is fuel and it's not entertainment or comfort for you anymore. You're going to be blown away. If you've ever had food noise and all that, it's going to blow your mind how that changes. Okay. The next thing is 10 pages. And that's read 10 pages of a personal development book or something. Guys, Atomic Habits is one of the best books you could ever start with. Hands down. Such a great book. It's called Atomic Habits again, but any kind of personal book. People say, how about if I read the Bible every day? Can I do that? Yeah, that should not count as your extra 10 pages, because that's something you should do anyway. So try to find a personal growth book where you're actually reading. Now, somebody said, oh, good, I can't wait. I think it was Jennifer said, oh, I got the scrapbooking thing. I'll be able to listen to that book the whole time. Read 10 pages and then listen. We want you to discipline yourself to do something you're not used to doing. And trust me, this is one of the things that once these people are done with these challenges, they love it so much that they really have taken time to go back to the old school of actually reading books. And it's one of the things that they love, one of the best habits that they come out of that here. Okay, yeah, I read Atomic Habits about once a year. Okay, so then you've got that. And then guys, water. And we want to make sure that we're drinking half our weight in ounces every day. It's just so good for you. It's good for your skin. It's good for your digestive health and all the things. So water. And don't reach out and say, hey, Sandy, will it count if I mix water with my stuff? I don't care. If that's what you want to count, you do you. Okay, we're all adults here. So you make that decision. Half your weight in ounces. And if you want to count this, that's fine. Okay. And then your mind-body GLP-1 system. If you're in this group, you have to have ordered this and you have to be doing the system. Okay. And so with that, I'm going to talk to you. Let's really good, make sure I got through here. Okay. So that's it. And then guys, a 15-minute workout doesn't take that long. I'll have people message me at 9 o'clock at night. Oh, I didn't get my second workout in. I said, are you still awake? And they're like, yeah. And I said, go do some push-ups and sit-ups. And lo and behold, you've got 15-minute workout in. It doesn't take that long. Okay. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk to you guys about real quick is how to take the products when you wake up first thing in the morning. If you put these right next to your bedstand and a glass of water, you take these 2 capsules first thing in the morning, no calories before. Take these 2 capsules with water and wait 30 minutes before you put any calories in. People are like, can I drink it? Can I take them with coffee? How about you just do it with water? I mean, like, why don't you just want to drink water? I don't know why it has to be so hard. But if you want to do it with coffee, go ahead. But 2 of these 30 minutes later, and then once you've done that, then you can take in whatever calories you want. The next phase of this is taking in this powder, guys, and this does have fiber in it. So if you guys, I've got a few people who said, man, I'm really pooping a lot and whatever. And I'm like, well, you probably didn't have very much fiber in your diet before. For me, I do prebiotic. I don't have that issue because I've really got good digestive health. But it says a rounded scoop. And so don't be afraid to do this because you'll have plenty. Okay, you can take all 4 at once. You can take 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. I've got somebody who's going to try to take all 4 in the evening because they have really bad cravings in the evening. I don't know that I would do that, but that's what they want to do. So I'm like, whatever, you're the adult, you can do whatever. Just make sure you get 4 throughout the day. You can take them, you know, at 9, noon, 3, and 6. I don't care what you do as long as you get the 4 in. Okay. And then go about your day. For what we did in the challenge, you guys in the trial group, we tried to not change a whole lot about what we did because we didn't want to restrict ourselves more than what we usually did. We wanted people to know that you don't have to make major changes for this to work. Okay. Let's see. I'm just kind of looking there. Okay. So anyway, that now you might be saying, okay, Sandy, I know you're activated. I am fully activated. I take every single product that LifeVantage has to offer. So when I take this first thing in the morning, I'm also taking my probiotic and I'm also taking the fat burn. Okay. Because these don't have any calories. So I'm taking those so I can get a one and done kind of girl. 30 minutes later, I drink my drink and I drink it with, I mix these 2 things in it, prebiotic and daily wellness. I do it every single day. You don't have to do that. It's what I do. Okay. I do it. So I'm killing 3 birds with 1 stone. All right. And I'm not counting my water, but that's okay with you. So anyway, then on my first meal, I take my Tri-Synergizer, which is my NRF2, my NRF1, my NAD. Some of you only have NRF2. Some of you don't have any of this. Highly recommend you get activators with this. I take that. I take my AM and my D3 with food because it's best absorbed with food. Okay. Then at night, I take my Reset and my IC Bright. Oh, and I have omegas too that I take with this. Okay. But I take my PM vitamins and my IC Bright at night. Okay. And then I have everything. I do not forget this. This is the gem of gems. Okay. This and NRF2 golden. And I will tell you that if you are taking our Pro Tandems and you're adding collagen, maybe fat burn, you're going to have an amplified experience with this. Okay. I know a lot of you are on a budget, but I would highly suggest that you look to see where you could cut back on some other things to get collagen and NRF2 in your body. Guys, the studies behind all of this is incredible. And once you experience it, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I never knew I could feel this good. We have to take 30, no, Leah, you don't have to take the Tri-Synergizer 30 minutes after, but you're supposed to take Tri-Synergizer with food. So food has calories. So I mean, Tri-Synergizer is best absorbed with food. So that's why I say take it with food. And so you would wait for 30 minutes to do that. You guys can do whatever you want. But I would not take my Tri-Synergizer with it because that, okay? Well, I don't eat till 11 a.m. and so I don't take mine either, Leah, but it's really, you know, you're going to have a better experience if you take it with food. It's just better absorbed that way. You could do whatever you want. Again, that's up to you. Okay, so these are the complimentary products. There are a lot of stacks available on the side. If you want to go and look at that, reach out to the person who brought you here and say, hey, what do you think I should do to, you know, amplify my experience or just to continue to be activated? Because guys, I'm going to tell you with this, I am never not going to take this. And I'm not going to need to lose weight all my life. But I tell you, the benefits beyond weight loss for this is incredible. When you activate one hormone, it activates your entire body's hormone. And just, you're going to know, I'm not even going to have to tell you, you're going to say, you know, I don't think I ever want to be without this product. It's hard to explain how this product makes me feel. One other thing I forgot to add was Axio. You guys, I take it too. Okay. You can drink that whenever you want to. That's a lot of products, but you know what? I am not on any medications. So there's that. All right. So if you guys have questions, don't forget, we'll answer the questions at the end. Okay. So back to the challenge, 60 days. Our first mini challenge within the challenge is going to be drop a pumpkin. Okay, and I ordered them on Amazon, these little these little pumpkin cutouts. So everybody's name's going to go on one, and I'm going to put them all around the office, and they will be up through the whole challenge, and your name will be on it, and you will say how many pounds you dropped. But then I'm going to do a drawing at the end of this, and I know it's probably going to be for some cash, and some prizes, but I haven't figured all that out yet. You guys know I like to give stuff, and I promise I will. So anyway, that'll be our first mini challenge. And then in November, we'll do another mini challenge, maybe like a turkey trot or something kind of fun. And then we'll do something in December where Sandy Claus comes to town and has some Christmas cash to give away and things like that. We are finishing on December 19th. That's going to be 60 days. And the reason I did that is because that'll give us 2 rounds of this. And guys, we're going to have Thanksgiving. We're going to have Halloween. I'm not going to ask you to deprive yourselves. I'm just going to ask you, you know, can you be moderate in those things and just make good choices? You know, you do whatever you want. You're going to feel differently, but I just don't want you to, okay, I'm losing weight, I'm losing inches, I'm just going to keep full of my body full of trash. Don't do that. Do it if you want to, but I wouldn't. All right. So anyway, those things will be coming up. You want to, so much fun with this group. It is fun, Valerie, and you're always a big part of that. A lot of you have done a lot of my challenges. So post your progress pictures, you guys, if you want to. You don't have to wear a sports bra and pants. You can even post a picture of you last year at this time, and a picture of you fully clothed this year, and just say, wow, look at the difference in me. Or man, look at my face compared to when I started to now. It doesn't always have to be full body, but we want to hear those wins, you guys, and we want to hear what's going on. Are you a bellyacher? Are you a complainer? Do you just bellyache about everything? Say that, okay? Just message me that. I don't want everybody to have to see that, okay? This is a positive environment, and if you're really just not feeling good, great, but if you're just kind of crotchety and in a bad mood and you just want to complain about stuff, don't put it in there, okay? If you want to, that's fine, but I'm probably not going to be very nice about it. You know what? you know what, guys? I'm a straight shooter. So we just want it to be a great, I mean, we all have bad days. We're here to encourage each other, but this is supposed to be a good place. So invite your friends. You know what? You're going to feel good, and you're going to say, hey, do you want to be part of this? And they're welcome to be part of it. But if they haven't purchased the products and they're not on those, they're not going to be eligible for prizes, because I want to reward the people who've invested with us. And so I want to reward those people back. Okay. So please, you're going to want to tell everybody about this. You're not going to be able to shut up about it. Again, they're going to say, what are you doing and how do I get it? And you need to be rewarded for that. LifeVantage is going to pay somebody to answer those questions. We can help you answer those questions. Don't be afraid of it. Don't worry. And I'm not trying to talk you into anything. Some people are just too busy to get paid money. I don't know. But if that's you, then that's okay. Somebody else will. But we really love for you to be able to benefit from that. Okay. And with that, I think that I'm done talking. That was a lot of talking. And I talk about that negativity. You know what, guys? You're not going to want to be that way. It really changes. Sometimes we're just negative and grumpy because we don't feel good. And I've talked about this on stage. I've talked about this many times on calls, that a lot of people wake up in the I suck club every day. And that's a hard club to be in. You wake up, the first thing you think about is how bad you're feeling, how you've not taken good care of yourself. And you know who has to reap the non-benefits of that? Is the people you live with and the people that you love. Okay, so I always talk about kids get the rest of us when we get home instead of the best of us. And I'm focused on families, you guys. About makes me cry, because I know there are so many people who are trying so hard, but always the kids are the ones that get the brunt of it. They get yelled at, and I was the same way. And I just wish that things could have been a little bit different. So I'm wishing that for you. I'm hoping that for you. And that's what keeps me up at night when I lay my head down to sleep. I'm like, oh, I cannot wait for such and such to experience this, because she's going to be so much happier. She's going to love herself so much more. And he's going to feel so much better. We can't discount the guys. You know what? They feel the same way, and there's a lot of pressure. So hopefully that this will just be changing a lot of dynamics. Okay. So I've got this bucket full of ping pong balls. So I'm going to ask you guys in here, Kylie's talking about, can you dry scoop it, or is it recommended to do? I think that people are mixing it with yogurt. They're putting it in their smoothies, all kinds of things. My husband was hoping for energy and positivity to help get through work. Absolutely. Just a lot. Oh, Stacy, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Yeah. Well, I think we all laughed that you had the trots. That was a word that my folks used to use. Okay, so what I'm going to do tonight, guys, for those of you on the call, I'm going to try to make this easy. Look at this bucket full of ping pong balls. I'm going to pour them in this trash bag so I can make it fair. And I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to pick two. You guys know what your numbers are? Does everybody know what their numbers are? I hope you know. If you don't know, please help me. I'm going to pick two winners that are on this call right now. Okay. Number 196 gets a bag of Axio. Who's number 196? Is that somebody on the call? Comment in the chat 196. So I don't have to look at the board. That's 200 word things I have to. Okay. If your number's not one, if you're not going to say it, I'll come back. I'll draw one more and then I'll come back to this. Okay. This is for fat burn. Yeah, I thought about that, a bingo thing, but then I've got too many balls. Okay, number 62 is the next one. Who's number 62? So it is 196 and 62. Anybody? I'm going to keep drawing until I get it. Okay. 87. 87. Watch, it'll be all the people who aren't on. Anybody have 87? 87 is for the Axio. Nobody? 140. How about 140? Anybody? This is for Axio. Oh, my Lanta. Come on, Sandy. How about 28? I know whose number that is. If you're not on the call, you don't get it. Deb Kaiser, are you on the call? That's Axio. Okay. Nobody yet. 220. We have a 220. Woohoo! I saw somebody say, Ashley, is that you? 220? No? No, my God. 220. Nobody 220. Lord, I did 238. Anybody have 238? Anybody want to ask questions while I'm doing this drawing so we're not just sitting here doing this? 238. Who's 238? You guys, this is crazy. We're all crickets, I know. Okay, 179. Anybody 179? This is for Axio. Oh my Lord. 59. 59. Anybody with 59? This is so funny. Okay. 151. You could add the enhanced to coffee. Yes, you can. 151. It's quite laughing at me, Ladon. Nobody 151? If it's you, unmute as soon as you get it, guys. How about 50? Number 50. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe this. 112? Look at all these people who could have had free Axio, but no, they didn't get on the call tonight. Snooze, you lose. How about 216? Please? Anybody? 216. Oh my gosh. 269. 269. Somebody had that, I thought. Oh my gosh. Who's 269? Lorenza's 269. Okay, Lorenza gets the Axio. Okay, now the fat burn. Lower. I am not Bob Barker. 265. 265. G 33. No. 18. Anybody 18?
That's me.
Free bond 18.
Yes.
Woohoo! So you get the fat burn, Brie, and the Axio. I thought that was going to be so much easier. How fun was that? Okay, you got to remind me who won. Lorenza and Brie. I will send those out to you tomorrow. And guys, I will be posting. I think I might just do drawings daily. We'll see. I'm going to be in Mexico for part of this challenge. But I want you all to have fun. I want you to enjoy it. Oh, that was really great, Dana. Thank you. But actually, that one up there has way more. See? You see that? Lots of them. Anybody else have any questions real quick? 7 new messages. Any questions? Congratulations. Yes. I do take all of my products when I travel, you guys. I take all these bottles of collagen. I carry them on. I've never had an issue. I pack all of my prebiotic and my daily wellness in these tiny little jewelry holders, and I've never gotten stopped, but people did say that they got TSA did stop them to check this. So I always just put them in smaller plastic bags when I do it. Morgan always makes fun of me and tells me I look like a drug dealer. Okay, so are we all ready? I have to find it, but now the node. Okay. Advocare fiber every day. You know what, Sarah? I would just try it. For me, I could do it and I have no problem. Love it. Angela, thank you. So yeah, I wouldn't have, it's just, you guys are going to have to pay attention. If you have a lot of fiber already and you haven't started and you maybe don't want to do that a day of your work, but I just don't ever have those kind of issues. So that's entirely up to you. Anything else, guys? We need to be ready. We need to be loud. We need to be excited. I want a lot of engagement in the group, and I've got a lot of people helping me coach. So please be appreciative of those people. This is all just fun. You're going to unwrap the most wonderful gift to yourself this Christmas. And I can't even begin to describe how amazing you're going to feel. So with that, if you want to unmute and say goodbye or whatever you want to say, that's great. I'm going to let you go. We still had 45 people on here. I will get this recording into the group so that those who are on tonight, hopefully they won't stay through the whole drawing thing, but maybe they will and realize that they missed it. They would have won had they been on. So lots more products to come, you guys. If you have any questions, please reach out to the person who brought you to this group. If they don't have the answer, put them in a group chat with me and we'll get that answered, okay? Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Love you. I'm excited. And
thanks, Sandy.
Hey,
Thanks so much.
Oakley, my little Oakley. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I love you and have a great evening. Hi, sweetie pie. How are you?
Good.
How's your skin?
Good.
Are you still taking your activators?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't wait to hug you and feel how soft your skin is, sweetie. I love you so much.
My grandma painted my nails today.
Okay,
She
good night.
did. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Go to bed, Oakley. It's time for night-night. Bye-bye, guys.